we are going to do a quick little neck release. And this one's great because if you're pressed for time and maybe are suffering from a little neck tension, upper shoulder tension, maybe even a headache, this is a really, really quick way to help ease some of that tension. So I like to use the firm roller for this. And if you have any neck issues, or like I said in the previous video, if you have any issues with osteoporosis or osteopenia, you would want to use a softer roller. Of course, always consult your physician before starting anything like rolling, especially for those who have spinal issues. So we're going to take our roller and we're going to bring it horizontally across the top edge of the mat, top part of the mat. We're going to come down onto our back. So once you're down, feet are going to stay flat. If it's more comfortable for you to extend the legs, feel free to extend the legs. You're going to want the roller to come right behind the back of the skull, resting gently on the top of the shoulders. So we're not here, where it's just at the back of the occipital ridge. You want to feel supported. You want your neck to remain long. My hands are going to go to the calves, just to keep the roller from escaping from underneath of me. And then really pay attention to your spine here. So always trying to work in neutrality of the spine. So if you are having a hard time with that, you might feel like you're tucked under, you might feel like you're super arched. Find somewhere in between. Go ahead and just start with a few deep breaths in, feeling the back of the neck relax. In through the nose and then just gently out through the mouth, just feeling the breath on its own deflating out of the lungs. And just let the head get heavy. Imagine the muscles of the neck just begin to relax and release. And we're going to start a little movement here. So even though we're moving, try to keep the head super heavy. So we're going to go ahead and just let the nose drop over to the left on the inhale. And then as we exhale, let the nose, just same plane, just drop over to the right. And all we're really doing here is just rolling the head gently back and forth without overusing the neck muscles. So just take a couple more here. And noticing the quality of the sensation, noticing if it's sparking any kind of issues with a headache. If you suffer from migraines, please do this with caution and slow. And then when you find a spot, go ahead and just hold it. And I like to start with a couple nods of the head, yes and no. It's going to help to lengthen and contract the muscle. And then maybe even a couple shakes of the head, no. And this is just going to do kind of a cross pattern of release work on that denser area of fascia at the base of the skull. And if you find a spot that's a little tender, just go ahead and hold. And then go ahead and just gently repeat that on the other side. Letting the head drop over, and you can just nod the head, yes, up and down. You may feel the roller move. And then just gently shake the head, no. And it's a good practice, go ahead and stay where you are. It's a good practice to really, really focus on what our body does in response to something like self-release or reorganization of the fascia. So if something is feeling particularly tight or tender, notice the body. Does it start to tense? And if it does, use the breath to let the body know that it's okay to relax, it's okay to let go. The quality of sensation here, or the types of sensations that we might feel with myofascial manipulation or reorganization, is going to be maybe like a bruisey feeling, like you have a bruise there. It might almost feel like an electrical burning feeling. Those are normal, but if something feels super, super painful or really, really sharp, please back out of it and kind of reevaluate what we're doing and maybe even see a doctor. All right, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.